Guys, what is going on? Red Mask here, and welcome back to Cards and Castles. Welcome back to another 3K deck video. Now, this deck is actually be quite familiar. That is, if you've seen my most recent Hidden Combos video, Forest of Devastation, you know that this is actually the same deck with with a single modification done to it. It was able to reach 3K this season, so of course that's a very big plus for the deck. And since I've already really explained it in that Hidden Combos video, I'll be sure to leave a link to that video down below. So if you guys want a more detailed explanation, because I'm going to show you the deck list, show you the modification, but I'm not really going to go too heavily into how the deck works and whatnot. Instead, I'll be focusing more on the gameplay in this video. But regardless, I'll still show you the deck list, show you the modification. But again, if you want more of a detailed explanation, I will leave the link to the Forest of Devastation hidden combo video in the description below. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the deck list and that one modification. So, of course, for those of you who may have missed or may have not seen the Forest of Devastation hidden combo video, here is the deck list that I run for, of course, what I call the Forest of Devastation. Now, for those of you who have already seen most of the deck list before, I will point out the one modification right away, and that is the Fenrir here. It was pointed out to me that Fenrir actually does benefit from the Injured Trent's initiative damage. So essentially, what Fenrir can do is instead of becoming a 3/5, you could probably right out of the gate make it a 4/5. Better for trading and better for clearing the board of possibly any nuisances. Again, those are switched out for the call for aids. If you guys do want to run the call for aids, though, you be my guest, or even run one of each card. The Rangers are still extremely useful, extremely powerful. 7/8 for 5 gold. That's not a bad deal, especially if you're getting 2 of them for 1 card. But if you guys want to try something new, Fenrir, of course, taking the initiative damage. Well, he's not taking the damage. Trent's initiative damage will help Fenrir trade better and power up quicker for your needs. But of course, the deck still remains the same overall. Of course, the Injured Trent, Forest Revolt, Seed of Regrowth, and Ancient Arbor provide sort of a forest feel to it, with cards like Drain Life, Armory, and Armory, Fat Bard, and what was that? Drain Life, providing buffs to those trends, making them even more powerful and harder to, of course, deal with. Of course, if you don't have Fat Bard, though, easy replacement for this is going to be Blacksmith. Blacksmith works just as well in the Fat Bard slot. And of course, you've got your, all the other cards in here, ranging from late game support, Pegacorn, Swordsman, and Liana, to draw, of course, Lumberjack, offering burns like Defective Flame Cannon, Blue Fire Bolt, and of course some little oddballs in there and some other staple units. Again, I do explain more of that in the Hidden Combos video. So, with that being said, let's hop in to the match gameplay and see how Forest of Devastation fares in its new 3K rank. Alright, so on to match number 1, and we look like we actually have a pretty solid hand. 2 Seeds of Regrowth plus the Lumberjack. I think we're going to take the deal. I'm going to keep Armory for now. Maybe should have swapped it out. But the reason I'm keeping it in is because we do have a Lumberjack here, and what we're going to do next turn is, of course, throw the Medallion and Seeds of Regrowth on, of course, our castle, which will lead to Lumberjack, of course, becoming a Trent when he dies. Ship of the Damned from Grozit, though. That's not too shabby. We could actually, so we're going to play our Seeds of Regrowth trap now. He might know what our trap is, so he'll try his best to avoid our unit here. But let's see if he goes for any sort of buff on his guys. Maybe make them stronger. Certainly a viable strategy to buff his guys. Let's see here. No, he'll mugging, but that, of course, will bring out our Seed of Regrowth trap. And now it's a 3/5, and he's pulling back his forces because he knows he's going to have a hard time dealing with it. So, we will, of course, come up to his face a little bit, bash it, and then throw yet another Seeds of Regrowth trap to ensure that we're going to keep this Trent around for as long as possible. Following that, we could use probably Drain Life, which are getting into our hand, Forest Revolt, just so we get another Trent and bring up our next one to full health. There's a lot of different options we can take it here, but of course he's opting to go with an Armory and a block to protect his castle. Interesting, but he doesn't know that we have our Defective Flame Cannon, so we're going to use that right here on the castle. and meanwhile throwing out another injured Trent. Now this Trent will serve as another sort of unit rushing down his face, which will become buffed by the Forest Revolt. If we're able to pull this off, then we could go from there, putting on bards, armories, to, of course, solidify our presence here. But he'll use a Con Artist plus Grimthal. Okay, so we'll get a double 2 coin out of that. He'll get 2 additional coins. Throw another Ship of the Damned. Okay, which will take out, potentially, yeah. So we'll take out this Trend for sure. And then, of course, that springs out, of course, another Seeds of Regrowth. We say hello to his face. But we're not going to let him keep that Con Artist. Great time to play our Drain Life spell, which will bring up 5-7 for one Trent, 3-3 for the other. I was hoping the other one got the buff, because this one's already at full health. But we'll take the 5-7 and the 3-3. Next turn, we'll probably put an Armory on to end the game if he can't kill both of them. I'm pretty sure he can kill the 3-3, though. He should be able to. Okay, he mugs the stronger one to keep himself in the game a little longer. Plus a Spiny. Okay, so that's definitely going to save him. Not bad. I'm thinking, what else can we do here? We do have the double armory play. Oh, we could also do a Forest Revolt. Yeah, we're gonna do a Forest Revolt play. So now it's gonna bring our Trent over here. Really? Not. I thought it was bringing him up to 7. All right. So that was. I thought I was gonna bring it up to. I guess the debuffs are a permanent debuff rather than. Well, you learn something new every day. Forest Watcher. Okay, that's going to weaken our Trent, but not enough to kill it. Plus a Hovel, of course, okay, to body block. Fair enough there, but we just pulled the blue fire bolt, so we're going to take that out right now. And, of course, let's throw down a little bard, because everyone likes to see the fat bard every once in a while. And that will end game 1. So we saw how aggressive the Trent can be early. Seeds of Regrowth, a very valuable MVP card in the deck, as I did mention before. Forest Revolt, I was hoping to get a little more off that. But we also had the chance to play a lot of buffs. We saw the armories in our hand as well. So, yeah, overall a solid game. I was thinking of what to say for those buffs. I mean, what can you really say? They can come at a good time. I had them in game for most of my hand because there were a bunch of better options we could do. But hopefully our next game will show the power of buff cards. So with that being said, let's get into match number 2. Alrighty, match number 2. Our hand does not look good. Let's get rid of Armory, Blessing, and Swordsman. I'm going to keep the Fenrir just so we have a unit. Okay, and we get a much better replacement here. Lumberjack, Imp, Barbarian, all good cards that we should have early on. I would like to see a buff. Injured Trent, nice, and even better draw to help us. I mean, I'd rather take that than a Swordsman right now. Well, let's see what our opponent does. He's past his turn 1. Okay, fine, fair enough. Injured Trent will run up. Of course, Lumberjack hits that face damage as well. We'll probably next turn do a Forest Revolt play. Coin into a Revolt. Hopefully that'll give us something to work with here, unless otherwise. Nope, okay. Another injured Trent. Ooh. Oh, we have a lot of options. Because if I... Here's what we'll do. We'll trade with the Southport Captain here. No big deal. We will play a Mischievous Imp. And follow that up with a Metal to another injured Trent. Probably should have put the injured Trent where the Imp is. Maybe on second thought. But well, let's see. Let's see what happens. He's got 6 gold, and knowing Pirate and Viking, there's a T-Rex. Okay, so, we're in a bit of trouble here. We're in a spot of bother. He moves up the T-Rex, of course. Very good. We are going to hit Tyrannosaur, though, I guess. That's a benefit. We'll play... Yeah, we'll play this, I think. Yeah, this is the right play here. Give him some options to work with here. He's got the hand advantage over us, though. That's something we got to keep in mind. Although T-Rex... Whatever he... Oh, hi. Fair play. Fair play. Although that put you... Yeah, no, we could do a blue fireball. Oh, Swordsman, you're not the draw I wanted to see right about now. We could do blue firebolt and then move barbarian to proper positioning, and boom, we've got I guess more presence over him. That's a benefit. That lightning blade didn't hurt us too bad. Plays a Hassan City Colossus, followed up with a Manfish. Okay, that's nice. Get you some units on the board. We could probably still... Okay, this is good. We have a Drain Life. What we're going to do is going to trade this Manfish, or attack this Manfish, and that brings up our Fenrir up to a 6-5. Now, we could probably use a Drain Life next turn. I'm assuming he's going to kill off the Barbarian. Okay, he'll do that via a Hassan City Guard, which is totally fine. He'll also opt to play... Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is place yet another... Actually, hold on. If I drain... No. No, I would probably have to take... Actually, no, we could play this Ancient Arbor, actually, to get him on the field. And, of course, do a bit of trading here ourselves. Or we could opt to... Yeah, well, actually, no, yeah, we'll hang back with the Fenrir for now. Make him push to us. Realizing now that I just lined up Fenrir for another chain. That's my bad. I don't think he's got another one, though. He's going to Dwarven Scope this guy, though. It's fair enough. I probably should have took him out. I can't speak proper English today, if you didn't notice that. Okay, he leaves a couple of interesting things out. We're going to come down here. We're going to trade with the Colossus, get our guy, of course, powered up a bit. I want to try and... he could have another... Here's what we'll do. Lumberjack. Beautiful. Beautiful play. Excellent maneuver. I want to keep this Fenrir alive, I think, for as long as I can. And see if I can get any value off of him. Okay, Swordsman. Fair enough. Plus battle ready. So he'll survive. Interesting. Okay, not a problem though. We just drew another Ancient Arbor. Good for us. I want him to move up. Nope, okay, you're not going to move him up. Fair enough. We will, of course, respond with a Drain Life of our own. Brings our Fenrir up to 11-7. We'll also play our... We'll play our Fenrir a bit more. We're going to... Actually, here, we'll do this. Forest Revolt. Followed up with the Fenrir down here. That should end our turn. Hopefully. He's still got 2 cards in his hand, though, and knowing this deck type, it's got, you know, trickery that we've seen in the Lightning Blade, we've seen the Dwarven Scope. We now see a Lumberjack, though. So, okay, so that's little relieving there. Although, we still don't really have enough to make an impact yet. Barbarian moves ever so closer. Well, how do you do there, Barb? That could probably lead us into an opportunity here to Blessing of the Trent. Take out this Barbarian. Move an Arbor ever so closer. Follow up with that. And then an Injured Trent. Give him multiple targets here. And seeing as how he's down to 2 cards, I don't think he's got a lightning. He could have just pulled a lucky lightning blade right now and could have given it to maybe Grendel. Grendel can now easily trade with the Arbor if he's got it. I don't think he has, though. Plus, he's got more pressing matters, like 15-7 Fenrir closing in on the face. But we're still we're not in a better position of our Oh, he does have the blade. Oh no. He'll opt to weaken Fenrir with it, not kill it completely, but we will take some heavy damage. Salahar Voyager as well to finish the Fenrir. Can you play that follow-up monster? Unfortunately not, which is good for us. Oh, Drain Life. Not going to play that just yet. We'll move our Swordsman ever so closer. Same with our Trent here. And then Arbor moves down right here to plop himself in the middle. Now, the last Lightning Blade I wasn't expecting, but now I'm pretty sure he doesn't have another one. If he does, then good for us. We depleted his Lightning Blade resources. Lumberjack, of course, takes a shot at Swordsman. Fair enough. Is Grendel going to make the final trade? That's the question of the day. The evening, maybe? I don't know. It's evening for me right now. Swordsman, though, comes out, hits the Trent, of course, kills it, weakening the Ancient Arbor a bit there, but now it's a choice between Grendel, not Arbor and Swordsman. He opts for the Swordsman, keeps the Arbor alive, and he's going to let me run face here, and we're going to do just that. Of course, Drain Life on the Swordsman powers up our Arbor to a 10-6. Pegacorn as well to take out the Grendel, giving our Arbor yet another buff. Probably should have, on hindsight, I probably should have done that 12-8 buff so we had more to attack with. But at this point, I'm not sure if he can come back. He doesn't have any Crusader heals, so at this point, all we have to do is hopefully stall. Or hope that we can't kill off this Ancient Arbor. Use the Manfish, reduces our Trent by 3. Tyrannosaur will finish off the Arbor, of course, for the remaining damage. And that's pretty good. Now we can move into our turn. Hopefully draw any buffs. We don't, but we will play an Armory plus a Barbarian to keep ourselves alive on the board. Give ourselves some more pressure here. But Graza can, of course, he's more than able to make a comeback here. It's still very possible. If he runs up a bunch of bigger units on my face, I may not be able to do anything. Captain comes out, though, plus the Hassan City Guard, so he's going to try and make a move here. I'm hoping for a burn to end this game, to put it away. I get another Armory and a Swordsman, though, in response, which is just as fine. We could simply do this, of course, clear the Hassan City Guard and Southport Captain, bash the remaining guard with Barbarian, and, of course, end the turn. Keep the pressure on him, force him to respond to our units rather than focus on offense against my castle. He'll respond with a Tyrannosaur that will chomp the Barbarian's face off. Very nice. Plus a Witch Doctor, which is going to stand there. And of course, the Witch Doctor will get pushed back. We're going to get a Defective Flame Cannon, make that 2. And that's going to put away the game. Excuse me. So again, we didn't really see a lot of the buffs. Like Armory or Fat Bard. But I think we did see some pretty important aspects. Of course, the Drain Life, Ancient Arbor purposes. Those things, of course, big 8-8 stats can withstand a lot of pressure. And it's a scary thing if you leave them alive. As we saw, they can be powered up to even crazier amounts with this deck. The Drain Life, and of course, those additional buffs, Bard and Armory. But overall, a very strong deck, and a very fun deck as well. I've loved playing this deck. Of course, it is up to about 30-29 at this time. I'm not sure if I'm going to push it any further, but if I do, you'll see any leaderboard progression, I guess, as any indication. With that being said, fun deck, would recommend to all, and yeah, very fun, very solid. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this 3K deck video. Let me know that you did by giving this video a big old like, share with your friends, and comment down below your thoughts on the deck or the modification if you've already seen the deck. And be sure to click the original video or the original Forest of Devastation video by clicking the link in the description below, which will give you a much more deeper explanation of how various parts of the deck work. And if you are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Help show your support, help us grow, all by clicking that subscribe button. And that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me for now. So, until next time, stay gaming.